The checkout page allows for payments by cash, check, credit card, debit card, or by a gift card. By applying the different methods of payment, reports as to how orders were paid can be maintained. On the top center is the ability to add new payments, which provides the ability to split the charge in separate payments. The method for any payment can be chosen for each payment. By tapping the Cancel button, the payments added can be removed. If there is only one payment to process, the Charge button can be tapped and the window to process the amount to be tendered opens. By tapping the X in the top right corner, the window will close. If payment for an order is to be split evenly among customers, the Auto Split button on the bottom left of the page can be tapped after adding the new payments. The total amount due will be evenly divided among the number of payments when the Auto Split tab is tapped. The payment to be applied is highlighted. Another way to split payments among customers who will be paying different amounts is to enter the amount to be paid in the center window. The amount of the first payment to be processed needs to be manually entered with the keypad. This is done by tapping the X in the window and entering the amount of the payment on the keypad. The amount displayed in the window can be processed by tapping the Charge button. When the Charge button is tapped, a payment window will open. At the top of this payment window, the type of payment and the amount of the payment is displayed. There are various options that can be edited with this window. The amount to be charged appears in the Amount Tendered window. The amount tendered for payment can be edited by tapping the Clear tab and entering a different amount, or by tapping the Back button on the keypad and editing the amount. The amount tendered can also be changed by tapping one of the amounts below the keypad that is rounded up to the nearest dollar, $5, and $10. If the amount tendered is different than the amount charged, the change due will automatically calculate the difference. Once the amount tendered is correctly entered, payment can be processed by tapping either the Receipt options or the Apply Payment tabs. If the Apply Payment tab is tapped, a small window opens and the cash register automatically opens. The amount of change due is displayed, and there is the option to either cancel the payment or tap Done to finalize the payment. A paper receipt can be programmed to automatically print upon payment. If the Receipt Options tab is tapped, the same small window will open. When Done is tapped, a page will open allowing the entry of email and text receipt information. This information will automatically populate if a customer is associated to the order. Tapping Done will finalize the payment. If the Cancel button is tapped, the window will close and the checkout window will reopen. If the Done button is tapped, the payment will be processed and the checkout page will reopen if any balance for the order needs to be paid. Each time a payment which is less than the amount due is processed, a new payment line will be created. The amount of the next payment needs to be adjusted according to the payment to be made. If it is less than the amount due, it will create another payment to be made until the amount due is paid in full. If a payment is to be paid by a credit or debit card, and the Credit/Debit button is tapped for that payment, a Tip Receipt button will appear, allowing the option to provide a tip and receive receipts by text or email. By tapping this button, a window will open providing tip options, receipt options, and a signature line. If a customer has been applied to the order, their information will automatically populate the email receipt and text receipt fields. Standard percentages can be applied as a tip, or a custom amount can be entered by the keypad. The signature line can be signed on the screen with a finger, and if corrections are needed, there is a Clear tab. Upon completing the information, the payment can be cancelled or charged. When the Charge button is tapped, a window prompting the card to be processed will appear. For further information, go to www.rhombuspos.com or email us at info@rhombuspos.com.